We have some really important safety tips for parents. Of course, we're starting the school year. We're going to be around Halloween. Before we know it, kids are going to be out there. So we want to make sure that safe kids are what we are seeing all around our community. Joining us this morning is Mary Crew. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
You have some really important tips for parents out there. And starting today, National Safe Routes to School Day. What's this all about?
Yes, this is a decade-long effort, and as of today, we have over 250,000 kids nationwide walking to school.
Wow.
So in addition to the fog, please look out for kids. We have over 8 schools in Leon County that were registered as of yesterday. And this is to teach children how to be safe among traffic. So not only do drivers need to not drive distracted, but we also teach kids not to be on their cell phones or games while they're walking, to look left, right, left, make eye contact with drivers, and then also to make sure you're aware, especially in parking lots, of backing up drivers and U-turn drivers, because they're dangerous as well.
And you said exactly what I was going to ask you about, is the cell phones. I feel like kids nowadays, they're so, focused on playing the game or listening to their music. This is really important because they're not with their parents all the time, holding their hands and crossing the street. So this is something they really need to know sooner rather than later.
And texting and walking is getting to be almost as big a problem as texting and driving, because you're not paying attention, and when you're crossing the street, you can step out in front of a car.
We've been talking all week long that this is National Fire Prevention Week, so that's also very important. Of course, something to remember 365 days a year, but this week especially, there's a big push for smoke alarms, making sure those detectors are working and that you have them in your bedrooms.
Each bedroom, each floor of your house, and check the back of them. They do have expiration dates. Today's smoke detectors have 10-year batteries, but make sure that they are still current, and make sure that you test them. Make sure your kids and you know what they sound like when they go off, so that they will wake you. When you wake up, you're confused, so that you know what you're hearing. And then make sure your kids know never to go back in the house after they've left.
And a lot of times too, you'll hear very scary stories about kids being scared of firefighters because they're coming in, there's a lot going on. You might hear stories about kids trying to hide or kids not knowing what to do. So having those plans in place, having that discussion with them, so in literally the heat of the moment, kids know what to do. They don't have to be scared.
And have drills with your kids, because kids have short-term memories, and so if you only do it when you absolutely need to do it, you practice like you play. So
what else do parents need to know really any time of the year to make sure their families, their children are staying safe?
Well, in addition, one of my pet projects has been hyperthermia, or never leave your child alone in a car. As the weather is warming up again, because we're not out of the hot weather yet, he said mid-80s today. In less than 15 minutes, a car can heat over 10 degrees. So you're looking at cars that are 90 and 100 degrees inside. We ask you to act, to avoid leaving your child in a vehicle ever, not even just to run into a Magic Market or a Quick Stop or anything like that, to put important things, your purse, your wallet, your cell phone, put those in the back seat as well, so that you know you can't continue your day, especially if you're out of your routine. And then the last thing is to take action. When you see a child alone, whether they look like they're in trouble or not, please call. Emergency responders want you to call, and you could save a child's life. It's only a matter of minutes.
That's absolutely perfect. All this information going to be on our website, WTXL.tv. Mary, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate all those safety tips for those parents out there to make sure their families stay safe all year long. Don't go away. We're back in just 2 minutes.